You got challenges that you're going to run across.
So, do you feel like you were injury prone? Did you injure yourself at all in high school?
In high school, I don't remember having any major injuries in high school at all. And then my college year, my senior year was my first major injury out of my whole college career.
Wow.
So it wasn't that I was injury prone; it was just that it happened at the wrong time.
And then it just kept happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So, did you come to peace with that right then, or how long did it take for you to say, Fred, you've done what you're gonna do?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I was actually at peace with it because honestly, this is a story. This is probably something that most people don't really know, was that even before I got drafted, because actually I never grew up dreaming I was gonna go to the NFL like most players do.
Right.
I actually thought that I was gonna be running track professionally, in the Olympics, because I started running track when I was 10 years old. And so I actually grew up idolizing Carl Lewis.
Wow.
And so I was running track every year. As a matter of fact, my first year ever running at 10 years old, I ended up making it to the nationals, and I ended up being second fastest kid in the 200 meters at 10 years old. At my first year running competitively ever. And so at that point, I was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be my career. Mm-hmm. And so I grew up thinking I was going to be a track star, or run track on a pro level. So
did Vanderbilt also come after you for track, or did other colleges want you to? Nobody.
No, it was just strictly football, because I had I was starting to put more time into football. I was still running track during the summers in high school, but I was noticing I was starting to sell more at football versus track, and then I started to put more focus in football because that was the one that was taken off the most. Mm-hmm. And so it wasn't until my junior year in college when I thought I had a chance to go pro. Mm-hmm. I wasn't even thinking about going pro.
Wow.
I wasn't even thinking. It's like I was just thinking about, okay, I'm trying to graduate, and I didn't figure out, after that, what I'm gonna do. And so it wasn't until my junior year when I started to, get kind of get put up in the magazines or whatever, and started getting noticed, or whatever. And so, and it wasn't until one day Corey Chavis came to me and said, "Man, you got a chance to go pro." And I was like, "Really?" Okay. I mean, it's like at times, like, okay, whatever. I wasn't even thinking that level. I mean, I was just enjoying playing football. I was just having fun enjoying playing football.
So did you play your freshman year?
I played mostly on special teams. I didn't actually, and I played on a couple of down packages on my rookie year, but I didn't actually play. I mostly played on special teams, but it wasn't until my sophomore year is when I got the starting position my sophomore year. So I started starting from my sophomore year on to my senior year.
So at that time, was any other guys on your team, your freshman, sophomore year, going to the league?
At that time, I think, it was one guy by the name of James Manley. He was a D lineman.
Okay. When
I was either my freshman or sophomore year, I think he went like second round. I can't recall where he went, but that was the only guy that I remember that was on my team that was going pro when I was coming in.
So your junior year, Corey Chavis went.
Yeah, Corey Chavis, Jamie Duncan, and a couple of other guys got picked up after the draft. I think those were the main two guys that got drafted. Corey went number 2. I think Jamie Duncan went 3, 4. Mm-hmm. I can't recall exactly what round he went in, but yeah.
But even when they left, when they got drafted, you still were thinking about it.
Oh, it was like probably my middle of my junior year is when I kind of figured I had a chance to go. So whatever getting drafted, I kind of already knew I had a chance to go because I was already starting to get noticed in publications and stuff like that, because I actually came in my senior year as one of the top couple corners in the nation.
Right.
And so I started getting a bunch of pub then. So it was probably the middle of my junior year is when I kind of like, I was like, I may have a chance to go pro. But before then, I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about it.
But even on your mind, huh?
It was in my mind. I was just enjoying playing football.
Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the all button and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to have a lot of good interviews on this podcast.